Good morning, you guys. So I kind of got out to a late start today and behind the school bus. I thought I'd take this opportunity. I think it's time. I was supposed to give advance warning. Sorry I didn't. I'm going to retitle this pretty soon. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about our experience up till now, and I will talk about it some more later on. So this is kind of like an exclusive for my Writing with Tim audience. So since I'm behind the school, I'm gonna have time to tell most of it. Um, so started out 2025 looking for a flip. Okay, that was the goal for the business. We're going to. I'm gonna give you all a look at what I'm looking at. Okay, but that was the goal for the business, right? So was going to do a flip. That was the main goal, was to get one in. If we could get two, that would be great. But we was going to take our time. We're going to be patient, be methodical with our movements. Okay. Um, Time went on. So while doing this, I found me a handyman. His name was Jacob Van Winkle. Van's Handyman Service. I think that's what his company's called. But anyway, um, he went with me to look at some houses. Um, I used his opinion on some things. We looked at a few houses together. Um, that was an experience. All right, so he there's no doubt that he has some skills. His work ethic is not that great. Um, you got to be able to catch him. His situation is not that great. He don't have a vehicle. I was trying to run a business without a vehicle. So I was having to pick him up. We having to do that. Everything was still working out. You know what I'm saying? I was having him do some maintenance work around on my properties and stuff like that. He helped me out a lot. Like I said, I do not have anything real negative to say other than his work ethic is not that great. And when he's there, he does the work. When he's not, it's hard to catch him. It's hard to say that he's reliable. Okay. So anyway, um, so we're looking for a flip. He's going with me. He's looking over the house. He's got his home inspection license, all this good stuff. So he's certified home inspector. He's checking everything out. Everything's cool. Hey, no, I wouldn't get this one. Yeah, I would probably get that one, but price is too high. Blah blah blah. So he was like my advisor. So anyway, fast forward till we finally find a house. He looks it over. I look it over. We're both satisfied. He tells me what I want to hear about this house. Buy the house, or I'm in the process of buying the house, and I wanted to see some of his skills that I hadn't seen before as far as doing home improvement. All right. I mean, he's worked on a few things for me. He showed me how to work on a few things. But as far as home improvement, I had not really seen his work other than he was building a sunroom for a couple, and it took damn near 2 years to build. Okay, now mind you, he was by himself, and he said they kept running into money issues. I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna say this. So I'm in the process of buying the house. I got some work at my personal residence that I want done, and this also gives me the opportunity to see exactly how skilled he is. Because believe me, when you talk to him, he's the baddest mofo that's ever been born. He knows it all. He's done it all. Ain't nobody better than him. And so I had some flooring that I need to get put down. I had some paints that need to be done. I had some other stuff, some fixtures and exhaust fans need to be put into the bathrooms. So he comes in, he gets the flooring up, lays new flooring. He also put some ceiling fans up for me. One ceiling fan immediately dropped about 2 to 3 days after he put it up. It was just hanging by the wire. My flooring started to separate. So I'm calling him. I'm like, hey, this is what happened. This is what's going on. Immediately, he gets defensive. Yeah, I don't know what had happened there. Basically, everything that happened wasn't his fault. He couldn't afford seeing it. So, there's no reason for me to be too skeptical, even though I was a little bit, but I'm just, all right, I'm going to take him at his word. All I need you to do is come back, fix the work. You know what I'm saying? And he kept giving excuses, and it made me more skeptical. Saying something about the floor needed quarter round on it to keep it from coming up, and I'm like, no, that's not where it's coming up at, man. It's coming up right in the middle of the floor. It's bowing. You put it too tight. You won't allow it to flow. It's supposed to be a floating floor. I don't know everything, but I know that. You put it too tight. You didn't secure the fan like you were supposed to. So all I need you to do is come back. On top of that, he was supposed to have finished up the job, which was painting and putting the fixtures in the bathroom. The toilet paper holder, the towel holder, the hand towel holder, and then put the exhaust fan in. And oh man, I've been real busy. This went on for weeks, so finally I had somebody else put it in and do the painting. And he had enough nerve to say, "Oh yeah, there ain't nothing to the painting. That's not that hard. Yeah, I'd rather for you to have somebody else do that." Just some old childish shit. Excuse my language, but that's what it was. It was childish. I'm not going to admit that I screwed up, so I'm just going to try to make it look as good as possible. So anyway, my wife got to question him about his work, and he wanted to get cute with her. So I called him on it. And so after a few words back and forth, he finally said, I will take the money from this job that I'm getting, and I'm going to buy all the materials. I'm going to redo everything. No cost to you. And I'm like, that's not what I want. I want to see if you can do the work. I don't need you to pay for the materials. I'll pay for the materials, but I want to see if you can do the work. I'm getting ready to buy this house based off of what you say you can do. And after we had that conversation, he assured me and guaranteed that he was going to come back and do the work. He doesn't show up. Now, one of the reasons why I did not take him to court or ask for a refund was because he was not that expensive. And people, I'm telling you, you get what you pay for. If someone charges you unbelievably low prices, that's probably because you're going to have unbelievably low quality of work. Remember that. And I knew that, but my pockets were talking. Plus, it just gave me the opportunity to see what type of person he is. Not just his work, but his integrity, his ambition, his work ethic. That gave me an opportunity to really see who that person was. And I seen. So after he guaranteed me all these things, guess what happens? He ghosts me. I don't hear any more from him. He won't answer any of my text messages, but he still has the unbelievable audacity to try to be one of my Facebook followers. and posting stupid ass posts about politics where he don't know a damn thing. Excuse my language again. It's funny to me how crooks want to go around calling people crooks. That's funny to me. All right, I've seen how you live your life. I see how you do business, so you have no right to call anybody a crook or ask for anybody to go to jail. And I hope you see this. So anyway, after this crook ghosted me, I decided, okay, and he not only did he do that to me, but he did to several other people. I said, all right, cool. You know, at least I didn't get too deep in with this idiot. I'm gonna go on ahead with my business. So I started interviewing other contractors. And once again, I feel, yeah, there's a pattern. There's a, how can I put this? There is a pattern here that involves me. So I'll get this guy, Upkeep Properties LLC, Charles Goodman. And he's telling me about how he's had some bad experiences with some clients and they felt like he done them wrong and he went back, he made it right, and all this whole crap. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. And he had contacted me on Facebook, you know, congratulate me on buying the house, and he feels like the Lord is going to put us together to work together, and he really wants me to give him an opportunity to show what he can do. All right. So it just happened to be circumstance. I had another contractor, a different one, contracting company. They never replied. I got their number, sent them text messages. They replied a couple of times, but they never gave me any estimate that I would like to have. They even come out to the house and looked at the house. So I guess that's probably why they didn't give me an estimate. They just didn't want to fool with the house. And I wish they would have said that. Another contractor never even bothered to call me back. And so he was the third one. Now, mind you, when I went to go buy this house, when I seen the house, this was August. Finally got the house bought in late September. I have a timetable and a goal in mind for the house. This guy says he can meet the timetable, he can meet the goal. Show me some of his work. I didn't do my due diligence. Hello, Charles Goodman is right. Two different contractors. So Charles Goodman is the owner of Upkeep Properties LLC. So disclaimer before I run out of time. Steer clear. I ain't gonna stay steer clear. Jacob Van Winkle is good for handyman jobs if you can get him to come to the job. All right, and if it's not too difficult of a job, he can turn a screwdriver. He can turn a wrench. He can use a hammer. As far as Charles Goodman, I would not use him for nothing. I wouldn't even use him to build a doghouse. Upkeep Properties LLC, stay away from him. Van's Handyman Service, it says it in the name. He's a handyman. That's about as good as it's going to get with him. So, I gave Charles Goodman an opportunity. It started out pretty decent. I mean, they got on the job, gave him part of the money up front, all right, with the promise of getting the rest of the money once the job is completed. And we are satisfied. He gets about, I would probably say about maybe a third, maybe. This is speculation. I can't really call it. I'd say about a third of the work done. And he didn't even do any, he did a little bit of the work, but he subcontracted most of it, okay? He had a task of putting a new roof on, putting siding on, putting windows in. I needed floor joists re-supported or reinforced. I needed flooring put down, paint the house, paint the ceiling, new interior and exterior doors, which includes, the hinges, the doorknobs. We needed new countertops. We were going to keep the cabinets, new kitchen pools. Second day that he got started, they pulled which I don't understand why they did. Well, I understand why. I understand now why they did it, and this is just my opinion. Second day, they are supposed to be working on the outside of the house. They go on the inside of the house and they tear out my countertops. The next day, my countertops come up missing. I was going to reuse those or sell them. He had asked my wife earlier what she was going to do with the countertops. She said, I don't know. You have to ask my husband. You never asked me a thing. But later on, it was, oh, somebody stole your countertops in your sink. And nobody stole it. Yeah, they stole it. And it wasn't just somebody. I have a feeling I know who it was. But never mind who it was in his care. It was his responsibility to protect my property. And he failed to do that. And I was supposed to eat the cost. So that's number one. So number two, we mess around and we get about 95% of the outside of the house, according to him, completed. But when I got a new contractor to come in, it was horrible. The work was shoddy. So anyway, once he did that, and once they gutted the house, the inside, and they did half-ass fix the floor joist or reinforce it, come to find out I had to pay to get that redone too. All the doors were taken out. Everything was gone. And I'm like, all right, so where's most of my materials? At the end of the day, he stopped, and they wouldn't coming out to work. But the dumbass allowed me to be a Facebook friend of his, and I'm able to watch him brag about all these other different projects that they're doing. And I'm asking what's going on here, man. What happened? All I got was excuses and lies. Oh, we're going out there today. No show. I was going to the site almost every day, trying to make sure that something got done. So, at the end of the day, let's just say I had to part ways. I got another contractor. This guy, he just kept lying. Yeah, I'm going to show up for work. Yeah, I've got your stuff. We're going to put it in. No. Then he wanted to call himself trying to come clean. Look, man, be honest with you, we've run out of money. Blah 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 blah. But this is what you said you could do it for. All right, you signed the contract saying you could do it for this. So, that's the stuff you're going to run into. That's what we ran into. We're not finished yet. New contractor's just about done. We got some tedious work to do because I want to make sure that the product that I sell is a good product. I'm not trying to just sell anything. I mean, our name is attached to this. So with that being said, I'm going to let this one go. I do have another video that I'm going to put together. I have a video that I'm going to put together showing the house and then talking about the process of what we've done. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you can learn from my experiences. And I'm praying you all have a good day. And this is the part of the live where I tell you guys, if we're all servants in the name of Jesus, we all will get served in the name of Jesus. Okay? Let's take care of one another. Y'all be good. Love you guys.